Hello everybody, you have Flyers Tag Team back here with a new video again today. On today's video, we'll be going over a recent Playmates interview. Now, most of the questions in this interview do not have to relate to GVK figures in a way. This is just some stuff I want to bring some exposure to that was said by Playmates. There is some new figures revealed in here. Again, it's a few days old. You might have heard about what figures Playmates have announced by now. But we're still going to go over this. So again, I went over it earlier. They don't really talk much about GBK line. They mention it a few times, but it's just some other stuff I would like to talk about, and I think it helps support the fact that people need to still calm down about Playmates. Stuff I've been saying for months is confirmed in here, like the very first one. So this is an interview from Toho Kingdom. As you can see, it's from Chris, posted on the 13th. Interview. In 2019, Playmates Toys ventured into releasing Godzilla figures, initially launching with 12-inch figures, with later ones closer to 11 inches. The company also branched out into a 6-inch line. Their releases have included those from classic films such as Showa and Heisei eras of Godzilla franchise to an extensive line around the upcoming Godzilla vs. Kong movie. To get more information on past and upcoming figures from the company, we sat down for an interview with John Stelzer. I don't know how to. You guys know I'm bad at names if you've been on this channel long enough. But Vice President of Marketing at Playmates Toys. I just want to say real quick, I'm not sure why Millennium and Raywall, they should have just said from the Godzilla franchise in general. So let's say, I don't think there's been much Showa, has there? Have they even made a Showa figure yet? I don't think they've even made a Showa figure yet. But I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but let's just continue the interview. So Chris asked, can you confirm if any of the molds for some of the figures were the same molds used by other companies, for example, NECA's Shin Godzilla, Jack's Large Godzilla, etc.? John said, sorry, my recording cut. But anyways, though, all of our products and molds are proprietary to Playmates Toys. We had a purchase deal with Bandai for our initial launch Toho Classic figures, but we are now only shipping figures that we have sculpted and molded ourselves. So I just want to make this is pretty important to me because there's a big debate. Oh, they stole. They should get sued for stealing the Bandai molds. Oh my god, they're so shitty. The company's trash. Oh my god. In case you don't know, I like Playmates so far. It literally says right here that they made a deal with Bandai, like many of us, including myself, are saying, but no one listened. Yeah, like from right here, they had a deal with Bandai to release figures with the same mold. So, yeah. So I say, like their more recent molds are very unique. Let's continue. Chris went on to say, is there any chance we will see any classic Godzilla figures in the same vein as your Godzilla vs. Kong GBK line, such as a 1954 with a tank, atomic breath, or whatever other accessory, or maybe battle damage as an extra? John said, right now we don't have any intention of adding battle damage or other accessories to the classic figures. We're focused on making unique figures based on classic Toho genres and characters, including various Godzillas through the years, as well as kaiju that haven't been a huge part of what's available out there. So maybe that means we'll get some more Titanosaurus or something. Fingers crossed. Will Playmates be doing Monsterverse monsters not featured in Godzilla vs. Kong, like the Mutos from 2014 and the Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 cast? John replied, for the immediate future, there's no intention of doing any monsters from either Legendary Godzilla's 2014 or King of the Monsters. Quick note about this. There was actually a leak from Walmart a few months ago that did in fact say there is a Godzilla 2014 figure coming out from Playmates. Now, I do not know what he's saying here is that, I don't know if he's saying that, when he says any monsters, I don't know if he means like the extra monsters, like Behemoth and them, but like the Godzillas are fine, or if he means like everything, including that Godzilla, because then that completely just discredits what Walmart said a few months ago. Was there any consideration for a Build-A-Figure type of gimmick for larger monsters like Biollante and Kaiser Ghidorah, classic toy line, which I think would be cool? Right now, we are not looking at doing a Build-A-Figure assortment in the classic line. As of now, what Godzilla series monsters does Playmates have the rights to? We can currently produce any of the monsters in the classic Toho line. So please Please start producing the more obscure ones. Do a Gabra, do a Titanosaurus, do a Mechagodzilla 2 from 1975. You know, do a Godzilla 2000. Oh, please do a Godzilla 2002. My favorite design. Do like there's so many more obscure ones that don't have too many figures. In fact, all of Godzilla 2002's 6-inch figures, for example, are pretty expensive. Once you count the NECA one, but that's 2003. You know, Titanosaurus and all them, like, those are pains in the ass. Even Mechagodzilla 2 from 1975. If you watch this video, please take some, suggestions. Maybe do a Megaguirus, a Batra adult, and Larva. I mean, there's so many figures you guys can do. There's a lot. So I really hope you guys do take into consideration and try to focus on the more obscure ones. Is Playmates Toys planning on doing future Monsterverse toys should the franchise continue after Godzilla vs. Kong? We should definitely be interested in continuing our partnership for future franchises after GVK, but are not currently working on anything beyond GVK and classic monster lines. Wink, wink. Will the figures ever be made available outside of Walmart? We will start expanding our distribution of classic Toho figures to other retailers in April, including Target and others. GBK will remain a Walmart exclusive in US. So there you go, guys. So anyone wondering, they're going to start selling their classic figures in other stores such as Target. However, at least in the US, the GVK figures will not be going to other stores. My guess is because I've seen a lot of Walmarts that have just the GVK stuff and none of the classic figures. So likely they'll have Target and stuff be there to sell the classic line, and then Walmart can just keep their stuff up with GVK. So basically there's room for both. That would be my guess. We're going to see any figures that are exclusive to the toys and don't represent anything from the movies. In other words, monsters that are original rather than using existing characters. We are not developing any new characters beyond what is in the classic Toho library or the GVK film. Fine, no big deal. I don't think anyone minds that. Here's another confirmation. The 11-inch figures have been a big hit, as everyone loves big Godzilla figures. Is this something you guys will continue to produce? Yes, for the classic Toho, we are planning a new Godzilla figure for fall 2021. Stay tuned for which Godzilla. Now, you'll see in the next one, it's not the one, but the confirmations that we got from Walmart, if they all hold true, if I recall, is Burning Godzilla 95, Godzilla 2014, Godzilla Final Wars, which we have a big one of and a little one of now, and the Godzilla 74 figure. So my assumption, because you'll see in the next one they talk about burning, my assumption is that if those two are actual figures and Walmart isn't full of it, it will likely either be the Godzilla 74 or 2014 will be the next big figure. Personally, I hope they choose to make the 2014. A 74 or a 6-inch 74 is so hard to get. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it's the big one and it's a 74. Whatever. I guess there is a lot of big 2014s too, and there is no big 74. They could do either one. Honestly, yeah, go for it. I am curious which one it will be, because now I am low-key starting to lean that it's going to be 74. Will Playmates continue releasing more classic Godzilla and classic Kong toys? We are currently working on a few new classic Toho monster designs that are at the 6.5-inch scale. For spring 2021, we will release Godzilla 1995, aka Burning Godzilla. There you go, there's confirmation. And Jet Jaguar. There will also be a few new monsters for fall 2021 that we aren't ready to announce yet. So, there you go. The next figure's coming out in the line, at least for the classic line, not the GVK line. There's, Godzilla vs. Kong doesn't move, boom. Unless this is hinting, but I don't think it is, because when the GVK figures released back in July, they still released the Final Wars with them. We're gonna get a Burning and Jet, hopefully both of which are very cool molds. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully they get rid of that really weird foot gimmick where one foot has to stand back to make them stand even. They can't just stand straight. I own, I think, one or two Bandai Burning Godzillas, 6-inch ones. There's plenty of things they could do to make it pretty unique, I think, but at the same time, not. We'll see what they pull off with Burning. Hopefully it's something cool. Maybe they'll make him glow in a way, not like gimmick-wise, but like the paint or something. Make it somewhat transparent. I don't know what they'll do with him. Jet is pretty straightforward. He's just... I mean... Unless they put Jet in the pose, like with his arms on his hips or something. And then for the last one... Sorry, my Reddit went off. Why did you decide to keep using the vinyl Bandai sculpts for some of the figures, yet doing all new sculpts for others and less detailed plastic rather than using the more detailed vinyl Bandai sculpts? Also, will they offer all new, all vinyl sculpts that Bandai failed to produce? Now, this one I do like the answer for. Initially, we were partnered with Bandai to continue a few of their figures in our classic package. There you go, guys. Shut up. They're literally saying right there, like... Again, they've made it so clear that in that first line, the reason that the molds look so much like the Bandai ones is because they basically are Bandai. They make that so clear that that first wave was literally like connected to Bandai. Like Bandai basically had a big, huge part in that. But let's go on. We developed new figures to expand the line beyond what Bandai had done. All of our monsters going forward will be produced in vinyl rather than the hard plastic of our early styles. Thank God. I do like the vinyl of the 6-inch Vinyl Wars, which I do think is one of their better figures. I know people like the meme, but people who meme about it usually don't own it, because most of the people I know who actually own it actually say it's a lot better in person than it is on the memes online, like myself. I actually really like it. My biggest issue with it is the paint on the face and the eyes. I think they made a really weird choice for how they painted it. But the mold itself was pretty good. Very unique Final Wars figure. So, what do you guys think of this? Hope you all enjoy, learn some new stuff today. We got confirmation of a Burning and a Jet Jaguar 6-inch figure coming in spring. And then we're going to have a new giant Godzilla coming in the fall, along with some other classic figures for Godzilla. All of them will be vinyl. Confirmation that the first wave was highly connected to Bandai. Yeah, so what do all you guys think? Hope you all enjoy this little interview. Nothing too crazy, but I thought it was nice to read. I thought it was a very important interview for people who don't understand some of this stuff about Playmates. Yeah, we can quit giving them some of the hate we do now. We can blame Bandai again. Alright, everyone. Hope you all have a good day. As always, peace out, and